How to keep faith when life feels impossible. Have you ever reached a moment in life where you simply don't know what to do anymore? You pray, you wait, you try to stay strong, but nothing seems to change. Maybe you're facing problems in your family. Maybe you're worried about your future. Maybe you're working towards something, but every door seems to close. Maybe you're carrying a burden that nobody else can see. And somewhere deep inside, you begin asking, God, where are you? If you're in that place today, I want you to hear this message carefully. God has not abandoned you. Even when you cannot see what He is doing, He is still working. Even when you cannot understand His plan, He still knows where He is leading you. And even when your faith feels weak, God is not weak. The Bible reminds us in Isaiah 41:10 that God is with His people, strengthens them, helps them, and holds them up. So today, let's talk about something very important. How do you keep faith when life feels impossible? 1. Remember who God is.
The first thing you need to do when life becomes overwhelming is stop looking only at the size of your problem. Look at the size of your God. Your situation may be bigger than your strength, but it is never bigger than God. You may not know what tomorrow will bring. God does. You may not know how your situation will work out. God does. You may not see a way forward. God can make a way where you cannot see one. Sometimes our faith becomes weak because we spend so much time staring at the problem that we forget who is standing beside us. Think about the disciples when they were caught in the storm. The storm was real. The waves were real. The fear was real. But Jesus was with them. And sometimes that's what faith looks like. Faith doesn't mean there is no storm. Faith means believing that Jesus is with you in the storm. So when life feels impossible, don't only ask, God, how will this end? Also ask, God, what are you teaching me while I walk through this? Because sometimes God changes the situation. And sometimes, before He changes the situation, He changes the person walking through it. He develops patience. He develops courage. He develops wisdom. He teaches us to depend on Him. Don't confuse God's silence with God's absence.
Is one of the hardest lessons of faith. Sometimes you pray and there is no immediate answer. You ask God for direction, but everything seems quiet. You ask Him to open a door, but the door remains closed. And you start thinking, maybe God doesn't hear me. But silence does not mean absence. Think about a seed planted beneath the soil. For a while, nothing appears to be happening. You cannot see the roots growing. You cannot see what is happening underneath the ground. But that doesn't mean nothing is happening. There is growth taking place where your eyes cannot see it. Your life can be like that. God may be working in places you cannot see. He may be preparing something you are not ready for yet. He may be protecting you from something you don't understand. He may be redirecting you because the path you wanted wasn't the path He intended